Hello everybody. Hello. It's been, we still got that graphic on the bottom of it that people don't like. Oh, let's turn it off today, shall we? Turn it off, me turn it off. So yeah, no, I've done it, it's okay. There we go. How's everybody doing? Oh, there's a picture of Louise there. And does this button work today? No, that doesn't. We have had one of those days. One of those days when nothing has quite gone right.
Nothing's gone right today, is it?
Yeah, so it's been really stressful. Can everybody hear? My camera's not level. I'm not even going to bother trying to do it at the moment. I'm not even going to bother.
You're all wonky and you don't care.
Louise is just squeezing in there. You can just squeeze in this. The other, my monitor is in the picture on that one. We've had literally 5 minutes just to get all the cameras, all the cables and everything set up today. And it is, I just want to go. I could honestly sit down and cry.
Do you know what though you're not going to? Because it's going to be great. We're going to have a lovely hour with lovely friends and it's going to be great. And you're going to go home feeling a million times better.
So I'm going to have a glass of wine or two tonight.
That's well, what it's been one of those days, isn't it?
It's yeah.
Started off bad. It's just, basically we were, we've been in the process of buying and selling a house. And this has been going on since June. June. And we're just getting nowhere fast. It's just been twisty turn up and down. Looks like it's not going to happen. Then it's back on, and it's just been
horrendous.
And I got to a stage months ago where I just thought, I don't care anymore. But you've hit that wall today, haven't you? So
I have. I really have. With everything.
I don't know whether we're actually moving at all. It's just.
Yeah. With everything else that's happened today as well, I just don't know.
It's got on top of you today, isn't it?
Yeah, it really has today. Yeah.
I've not seen you so down in the dumps ever. I don't think as I've had today. So. It's been a bit of a cumulative effect, isn't it?
It has.
So yeah, we're good, but we're gonna. Oh, you can't hear me. My mic's gone. Oh God! Anything else now that's gonna go wrong? I'll just shout. Can I have some more batteries, please?
Over there.
Okay, but never mind because these are new batteries.
They're all new batteries, but don't get get the old ones. Yes, Louise has got to put her microphone back on.
Okay.
You back on? You back on, Madeira? You back on?
Can you hear me? I was saying something really profound then as well.
You've never seen me looking so down.
Yeah, you've been. But we're all going to cheer you up, Andrew.
Yes.
Yes, we're all going to cheer you up. So here we go.
So you got the monitor, the other spare monitor that I look at in Louise's picture. I'm not level. We don't have our super chat thing going on. Because I haven't had time, but I just want to say a big thank you to David for the super chats today. Thank you, David. Really do appreciate it. It goes Andrew's Tinny. Oh, Tinny. Oh, Paul. The fact that you can actually hear me is a bonus today, and I'm sure you can even see me, which is a bonus.
Fab. Okay, I have got something to show. I would like to show. I should have shown this last week actually, but Susan, who is on today, thank you there, Susan, who is always super helpful in the chat and is very knowledgeable about making jewellery and about stones and lapidary and does some amazing work, made this fabulous spider bangle. Not yet. Not yet.
Just tell me when.
And here it is.
Ready?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so Susan. Fabulous.
Yes.
So the spider and let me just, I should have got the information. See, this is how disorganised we are now today, as if I'm not this disorganised ever. Anyway, I'm guessing it's turquoise. No, not turquoise, is it? Can you, help me out, Susan, please? Yeah. It's gorgeous. It's absolutely stunning. Just take it off my screen a moment because I've got another picture.
It's yours, sorry.
Yes, made this year ago, 925 silver, natural red coral, natural merenche, turquoise. The spider is a Southwest design that works for Halloween. I've got another picture.
Can I go back on it? Yeah.
One sec.
No.
Here it comes.
Now.
It's gorgeous, isn't it? Yes, thank you, Susan. Yeah.
It's not on there.
It's still loading.
There it is there.
Yeah, look at that. How stunning. That would have gone with my tooth ring yesterday. Yeah, isn't it lovely? More Renzi. Excellent, I love it. So yeah, that's Susan's Halloween themed spider bangle. How
Really
lush.
nice. Sorry, I need to message Jason a minute. I need to get him to go to the post office. Sorry.
Okay, great. So while you're doing that,
yes.
Right, no, I'm not sharing my screen for a minute.
No, it's okay.
That's
I
good.
turned it off. Yeah.
I've got a couple of other things to show you. I don't think Mark is on just yet, so I'm going to wait. But we've been talking about changing careers and taking things up. I don't want to say later in life because it sounds so depressing, doesn't it? But when at the various stages of your life, it all stemmed from basically something that somebody said on the chat a few weeks ago about is 30 too old to start making jewellery, and yes, absolutely not. So
No.
I've had absolutely tons of emails from you guys, which have been,
It's been lovely, isn't it?
amazing. Saturday, I had to redo my makeup twice because you made me cry. So yeah, I've had loads and loads of emails, and what's really interesting is so many of you used the word I was hooked. You've just got this feeling about being drawn in. Yeah, absolutely amazing. And yeah, just loads and loads of common themes really about how I think I underestimated how therapeutic creating and making is, because a lot of people have had times of trauma and times of great emotional distress, and they've turned to jewellery making and as a form of therapy, and yeah, which is
good,
another
isn't it?
common theme. And I'm just absolutely blown away by how much you've all opened up, really, and
It's been
shared.
lovely, isn't it?
It's been
been very moving because
very moving, yeah.
you know we were working most of yesterday as well, and you were sat there by the side and you were going through. You were saying about one thing and another, and you were reading out the stories to me. My voice is going to go, but reading out the stories of the circumstances of how jewellery making has helped and how their journey has led to jewellery making. And it is very touching. You were in tears.
Yeah,
absolutely. Reading them all out. They really affected you, didn't they?
Yeah, just the
And
bravery
me
and
as well,
yeah, absolutely. Really, really inspirational.
No,
So we're going to share them with you. Not bad for a 70-year-old. Yes, absolutely amazing. It's fab. I love it. So yeah, I had an email from Author as well, who said, I'm 40 and still learning goldsmithing for 7 years. I didn't think of doing something more with it until 2 or 3 years ago. I hope one day to find a job in goldsmithing or in engraving. But it's really hard in Belgium to find a job in this direction without experience. Since I became 40, I do feel a little rush that I have to do it now, and not in 10 years, certainly not without experience. So I guess, yeah, what advice can we give? What advice can we give, Author? What would you say, guys? Is it different in Belgium to here? We don't really know, do we?
No.
Yeah, so is it just a case of carry on collecting experience, and like we try and say perhaps visit workshops and
it is hard to know what to do and whether the shops would actually take you on, because at the end of the day, any workshop or shop, you are dealing with a lot of money's worth of precious metals and stones and diamonds, and you have to trust the person who comes into the store. So you do have to perhaps strike up some sort of relationship with the staff or the workshop guys, just to break down that barrier. Because if someone came to our shop and said, can I have a job, or can I come 1 day a week for nothing to work, and you think, I'm not really too sure about that because I don't know who you are or anything like that. So I think you do have to get over that friendship, that level of trust, and then you can work on saying, well, okay, now can I, I've known you like for the last 6 months, 8 months, you know what I'm doing, you know what I plan to do, can I come and give you a hand for 1 day a week or one afternoon a week? And I think that would then help immensely for that. But it is getting your face out there, whether it be in the local shops, the local repair shops close to you, or whether it simply be on all the Facebook groups, the forums, the chat rooms and everything, just trying to get across. Because one of the things that came across when we were talking to Sonny for More That Glitters was the fact that if he had to do it all over again, he'd do exactly the same, but what he would do is chat more in the chat rooms, the Facebook groups and the forums, because he didn't do that, and I think that he said that would have helped him as well. So it's yeah, it's really difficult, but I think what you've got to do is just keep practicing, keep watching films, reading books, absorbing all the techniques that you can possibly do. Practice as much as you can possibly do that. Don't think about buying new tools all the time, because that doesn't necessarily help, but simply just practice refining and just drilling down what you do to be the best that you can at what you do. And I think as long as you can do that, then you can go to someone and prove what you're worth. Does that make sense?
I think so. Should we have some questions?
Absolutely. Anyway, it is Monday, the first Pinch Punch, first of the month. Not quite, because it's gone 12 o'clock. Pinch Punch, first of the month. It is the 1st of November. Time for our question and answer. Andrew. No, Louise. What is our first question, please, my dear?
Let's see. Okay. Sorry, that was just me moaning about my day from hell. Fiona is saying, I'm going to melt silver. Do I just file away where solder has been in the joints? I don't want to waste the metal.
Ideally, yes. If you've got rings, and obviously you can find the joints on the rings, just warm up the shank until you see the line appear across the shank. Cut through it and perhaps file a little bit away from either side, just so that you don't get too much solder within the metal. If you've got chains, there's not an awful lot you can do, but what I would make sure that you don't do is, if you're going to start to melt down your silver, that you don't have all chains, because there's going to be an awful lot of solder within that melt. If all you've got to melt down is chain, I would always try and get some casting grain, perhaps of the same quality, just to sort of dilute the amount of solder. Because I know that in the past we've had a 22 carat wedding bands that we melted down, made up, sent for assay, and it failed its assay by a certain percentage, because we did not take out the solder joint originally when we melted it. So the solder really does affect the quality and the rollability, the malleability of the metal. So if you can, take as much out, but obviously there are other occasions when you can't. So don't worry too much. And if that's the case, put some fresh metal in and you should be fine. Louise, may we have another question, please?
Yes. Marcia is asking, is it okay to use the same polishing mops, brushes, etc. on silver and gold, or do you have to have separate mops for each metal? I'm lazy. You don't necessarily need different mops for gold or for silver, but if you have platinum, I would have different mops, because the polish is going to be different. When you come to polish a silver and gold, you primarily use the same polish. You use the same rouge, you use the same Tripoli. If you want to, what you could do is make up one of these. If you feel that you may have a little bit too many, if you're doing too much silver and perhaps you may see some silver streaks perhaps in your mop, what you want to do is make yourself one of these. These are this little device called a mop raker. You can buy commercially available ones. I knocked one of these up. Stephen Goldsmith, the polishing guru, we've got his book on our shop at the moment, I do believe. Louise has got some links to the shop. Yes, store.atthebench.com or atthebench.store. Thank you, Louise. You're very welcome, Andrew.
What I did was a bit of 2x1, just drilled some small holes, put loads of screws, so it looks like a torture device from the Marquis de Sade, something like that. Or it could be part of a
Shakti mat.
just for the screws, okay? And if you feel that your mops are just a little bit perhaps too hard and you're a bit concerned whether you're going to transfer some silver onto the gold or vice versa, just get this, put it on the mop. When it's running, mops go, and you put this. Let me get my pen out. Here's your mop, here's the spindle. The mop is going in this direction, this way. You put this roughly round about by here, okay? You hold on to it and you rake the mop. It'll make the mop a little bit softer and a little bit smoother, and you should be fine. But there is no worries about the cross-contamination between silver and gold, but platinum, yes. Thank you very much, Natalia, for this. Let's have Louise's dance. Woo,
it's because the light should be flashing. I was trying to make you know that the lights were flashing when they weren't. Thank you, darling.
Natalia, thank you very much indeed.
Oh, that's lovely.
Maybe what better metals there are two of the real treasure. Have a pint of wine. Do you know what? We could crack open a bottle of homebrew, couldn't we?
Oh, Rebecca, yes, Rebecca.
Yeah.
I need to speak to Rebecca.
Yes.
Who very kindly
Rebecca.
sent us some of her homemade honey wine. I think we might have to try some of that.
We're going to open that up tonight,
I
think.
know if Rebecca's on, actually.
Yes, we had a very nice gift from
think she's
Rebecca,
here.
all the way from Germany.
Yeah.
4 bottles.
We're waiting to open it.
4 litre bottles. Look how big they are, litre bottles.
I know.
So thank you very much.
But thank you so much, Natalia.
Thank you, Natalia. Thank you very much. I really do appreciate that. We will partake in a glass or two tonight. So, Louise, let's have another question.
Okay. DIY guy is saying, which is better, a pigskin or tray on a bench?
Oh God, I have to be taking on my cameras today. So I would use a metal. It depends on how you've been brought up and what you think. For me, I would always use a metal tray. In this particular bench here, let's see if I can move this camera over, then you can get some sort of idea on this camera here. We have got, in this camera here, it's a Durston bench, and this pulls out, and you can see the mess in my tray.
That's tidy. I've seen your tray downstairs.
So I personally would use a tray, because if you have those black trays that go underneath your little cutout, it's got a sieve in the bottom, and I find the sieve is really, really handy. You get your paintbrush and you can get all the bits of lemon going through the sieve into the catchment tray underneath. You can take that, and what's left in the tray is all your bits of saw blades and so forth that you can sort out. If you have like a leather skin or simulated leather, whatever you have, or skin if you want to call it, everything gets compacted in there. All the tools will roll down to the middle, and I find it really is awkward. But for me, a tray is much, much better. It's a bit noisy when you drop things into the tray, and also perhaps if you are working with emeralds, that sort of thing, you have to put a little covering in your tray in case you drop the emeralds, whereas in a skin, it won't matter. That's if your skin is empty with no tools in it. But for me, tray. Next question.
Okay. Where did I see? If you use a tray, do you empty it when you change metals?
Between silver and gold, I don't bother. I am really lazy. I just put it all together in a pot, and I send the pot off, and they assay it for silver and for gold and for platinum. I don't bother trying to separate them personally, because you get one assay, and they'll just increase the assay a little bit to include silver, then to include platinum. If you split it into 3, you've got to pay 3 different separate assay charges. So I would just chuck it all together. Yes, Lou?
Sorry, I was just laughing at DIY guy's comment here. Marcia said that lawyers are stretched at the moment because of COVID, and DIY guy said lawyers should be stretched. Okay, Kenneth, hiya Kenneth, is very interested to cast a sterling horseshoe from a wax model using Delft clay, and any advice would be greatly appreciated, particularly where to locate the sprue.
Let's have a think. Okay, so what I would do is grab yourself, if depending on the size of your horseshoe, I would always try and get rings. Let me see what other rings I've got by here. Oh, it's like an Aladdin's cave in here, isn't it? Look.
It's like a pigsty.
That's Aladdin's cave. You ever seen Aladdin's?
If Aladdin's cave.
Have you ever seen Aladdin's cave? Yeah.
It looks like this because I'd want to tidy it if it was.
Aladdin's cave is full of treasures, just like this place.
See what treasures we have around here.
Don't look too carefully. So I would always try and get something like this. You got a pair of eyes, I know.
Googly eyes.
Googly eyes.
What's
What you doing now?
Pens.
What?
Okay, that's mine. That's lipstick.
That's lipstick, thank you. Right, what I would suggest you do is get a pair of these rings here. These are not the traditional Delft clay rings. The traditional Delft clay rings are... Ooh. There. Let's put that there. So the traditional Delft clay rings are like these. There is no hole in the side and you have to go in directly from the top, okay? I would try and get a set of these rings where the hole is on the side, and I love these rings. This is a larger version here. This is like a 4-inch version as well, but you've got that hole. That's hard to open. There we go. You've got the hole on the side. Now the advantage that you've got if the hole is on the side, well, let's start off if you do have the normal set of rings, shall we? So you've got your rings are here. All right, there's top, that's the top ring, that's the bottom ring, okay? So,
I have a side entry mould. Kenneth has a side entry mould.
Good, excellent, that's what I like to hear. Well then, Kenneth, exactly right. So what you got, if you've got this method, okay, and your, say your master is down here, okay, and this is your sprue coming down, the metal has to come down in this direction, it has to stop and flow in that direction, okay? So you're stopping the flow to come across in this direction, which is not a good idea. It's great if you are doing like a coin or something with a flat back, or that the metal comes straight down in the middle and spreads out. But if you're looking at doing a horseshoe, okay, oh my goodness me, Andrew. That's the top, that's the side. There we go, there. So if you've got a horseshoe like that you want to cast, okay, it'd be silly to have the sprue coming down and then the metal has to stop and go this direction. But if you've got your horseshoe, okay, and you can pour the metal down into this direction, okay, the metal will carry on its journey and it will flow there and it will flow in there, which is exactly what you can do using these molds, okay? So what you would do, you would put the sand, you would put the horseshoe, so then you... So looking down on top, here's your little side entry hole. You would then put your horseshoe like that, okay? In that position like that, because then when you put the next one on top and you make the hole, you can make the sprue going straight the way into the mold like that. So when you pour in here, the silver is on its way down, it'll flow down that way and it'll come in this way and flow down that way. That is going to be the best way to do it. I wouldn't try and have it upright this way and have the sprue coming down, because you're going to have to cut off, and that's going to cause a little bit of hassle. But by doing this, the metal will flow down and stop, far better than if the metal has to come in from the side and then flow this way. So something like that would be no problem. Obviously make sure that you do put a couple of, say, air holes on the side with a very, very thin line going out to them. Yeah, I think you should have no worries at all with that. Nice and straightforward.
Cool.
Yes, Louise, maybe have another question, please. But thank you for joining in as well, Kenneth. Very kind. Go on then, fire away.
Diane has been channel setting with Princess cut stones. 1 in 3 fell out.
Channel setting princess cuts.
Oh, legend! Thank you, Jace. Come and say hi, Jace. No. Come on.
No. Look, we missed him.
Come on, Jace.
No. Oh, the camera's off you.
Jason.
Thank you, Jason. No, you're in the... Thank you, Jace. No, we tried to get him, but the pendant motor was in the way. Here's a little sod. So you've been channel setting. You've been channel setting. Princess cuts, 3 out of 2 have fallen out. I do hate. Why isn't that going back in? There we go. Yeah. I can only imagine that you haven't made the undercuts big enough. So where you've got the channel here, yeah, you put your little undercut here, and perhaps you can even do the undercut there and then bend this back. So it would be like that. Then you put your square stone in here, and then you can bend that back over to hold it in place. I can only assume that you haven't made your undercuts here big enough for the, yeah, you know, I mean big enough as in deep enough for the stone to sit in, or you've done that but you haven't managed to locate the other one in far enough. What a lot of people will tell you to do is you've got your channel. Yep, you use a 90-degree setting burr, okay, like that. You then come along, there's your channel again, like that. You have the 90-degree setting burr at an angle, like that, okay? All right, you cut and undercut. That's a bit too steep. There, you have it a bit more of that angle, okay? You come along, you undercut under here, and then as you undercut, you bring this vertical, pivoting on that point there, so this edge here will actually cut away that sort of shape. Okay, so you use that as the fulcrum, as the pivot. So you come in, you go underneath, and then you keep it there, and you just pivot and do that. So this diameter is the same size as the stone, so you get this edge here. And once you've got the undercut, then this is ideal if it's a round stone. If it's a rectangular baguette or a princess, you then have got your undercut here, you've got your ledge here that should be nice and level because you brought that vertical now on the top, and you've got your seat. You can elongate the seats then on either side for the stone to come in, and then you fit the stone in exactly the same way. You have your square shaped stone like this, you put it in that angle first, and then you just drop it down into place, and then you just hammer over this edge a little bit there. That's what I would do, but it sounds like you haven't got enough metal covering the stone. So again, it's just practice, I'm afraid, until they say practice makes perfect, doesn't it? Okay, Louise, let's have another question, please, Madeira.
Okay. Sean is asking, would you say it's a viable business opening a small shop purely for jewellery and watch repairs? Any advice?
I would have said, yes, it is, but I'd say with our shop here, Louise, how much is sales and how much is repairs and custom work, do you think?
I don't really do. I'd have to look at the computer. I think the repairs, there's a higher margin, isn't there, obviously? Mm-hmm. I don't know. Do you know? Or you
No, I don't know. No, I don't know.
I reckon probably 40.
it
depends on the time. Obviously, Christmas is going to be sales.
Yeah.
But
I would say...
Depends how many competitors there are in your area as well, Sean, doesn't it? If you've got the jewellers in your, you know, if you're in a town or a city, we live in a little village.
It is a very tough, but I'm sure a simple repair shop, yes, you can make money because there is more money, I suppose, to be made upon repairs.
Yeah.
You would do more repairs than sales. And I would always say that we couldn't have a shop here if we relied purely on sales.
I think it depends on how you position yourself as well. And it's like if you're marketing and you're thinking, about getting people to come in with. A lot of people, I always say to you, don't even know things can be repaired. Because when people come into us and they go, look at this, it's completely ruined. And I go, no, it's not. That's easily fixed. And they're just amazed, aren't they? They think it's some sort of magic.
Yeah, and they say, well, I want to buy a new chain because this one's broken.
Yeah.
Well, let's fix it.
What you can fix it. I talk people out of sales a lot of the time by saying, well, this is fine, we'll just repair it.
It is, yeah.
So I think it's calling out to the right people, isn't it? And telling people what can and can't be done. You know, you can say, bring in your jewellery box and we'll go through it and we'll see what we can save or what we can make out of what's in there and recycle. Yeah. I don't know. There's lots of scope, isn't there, really? Which
there is, and I suppose another good thing about it, if you purely do repairs, you could do trade repairs then as well, because there's lots of shops out there who will always send repairs out. Yeah. And if you want to do a bit of both, do a bit of trade, do a bit of public, obviously you're not going to make the same money on trade, but you've got the volume for that. A friend of mine set up his own little trade shop down in Devon. He used to work for somebody, and now he works for himself. It is hard because there's not an awful lot of margin, so he has to keep busy all day, every day to make the money.
But it tops you up, doesn't it? If you've got your own outlet and you're topping up with that, because a lot of the jewellers around here, I know in Blackwood, they don't have an on-site.
No.
And a lot of people will prefer coming here because they know that their repairs and their precious things, sounded like Gollum then, don't leave the premises. And they love that. They love the fact they come in here and it's done here and then they pick it up and it doesn't go anywhere.
Yes,
It's that peace of mind. So
yeah, absolutely.
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with sending it, obviously, but it's...
Because we've done it all. We've done repairs for other shops, local shops and shops further away. It is a lot more work to do repairs for other shops, but I think you can make a living purely doing repairs and perhaps nice commissions if you're in the right area and you know how to market yourself. Absolutely. And I personally think that repairs are built upon trust and not a price.
Definitely.
But we won't go into that.
Yeah,
Let's have another question, please, Louise.
Okay. Where did I get to? Yeah, Sandra Senior has a lot of pumpkin guts to clean up before the real estate agent came. Yeah, Jasmine decided she was gonna carve a pumpkin, and it just.
Did you all like the pumpkin carving?
Did you see the pumpkin?
Did you see the pumpkins that we did? We did a reel on Instagram, didn't we? And I think, did you put it on Facebook?
I did.
Yeah, we did a couple of pumpkin carvings. Anyway, sorry, okay. Louise, let's have another question.
I was going to say, I can't share that screen, can I? But
sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. If I missed the question, I'm not sure. Hang on. Princess
Sorry,
Care.
quickly going on to Sandra's. Sorry to you, just you so. Sorry. On to Sandra's. Yeah, I'd always go for a lobster or a trigger over a bolt ring because the lobsters and the triggers are a bit more solid on the end. The bolt rings are very, very fine tube. Don't have the strength. Sorry, Louise.
Can you just come here a minute? You've got a piece of glitter on your chin.
Where?
There. I thought it was a bit of froth, but it's
Well, I haven't got that frothy. Haven't got to that frothy stage yet.
It's glitter. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Tanny is asking, what would I need to be able to stamp a purity mark on round wire? I know it's
oh, sorry. Can I just stop you there? Sorry, Louise.
Yeah.
Paul. Paul is on. Lovely to see you, Paul. Paul, Eve Polishings. Eve, the polishing, yes, Paul. Thank you. It's Paul on. Can you just check it,
yeah,
Paul?
Paul, I think, yeah, I've seen Paul. Yeah,
Paul. Is it Paul de Grand? Yeah. Yes.
As if
Paul de Grand. Yeah. Or is that?
Oh, right. Okay.
So is Paul on?
I thought you meant Paul.
Not Paul. Sorry,
Paul de Grand. Yes. Hi, Paul.
Hi, Paul.
Hi, both Pauls.
Both Paul.
All Pauls.
Good to see you. Thank you for the water bottles. Really good. And thank you. We have been giving away the Eve polishing kits. I think we've given away. I think we've about 4 or 5 of them so far. Yeah. I think we got one. I think we got 2 left. Let me just do a bit of plugging.
I think I need one actually, Andrew.
You
mean one to me?
On camera. So yes, a few of you, wrong camera again. A few of you may have seen these that have been sending out. These are amazing sets. Paul, we've actually kept one for ourselves. I do apologise because we've been teaching Louise how to polish. So
attempting to teach me.
So, Paul, these are absolutely brilliant little kits, Eve polishings. We will be sending, I think we've got 2 left to send out. So again, Paul from Eve Finishings, Eve Polishing, thank you very much indeed. Really do appreciate these, thank you.
I love them.
Very kind of you. We've got one downstairs that we're using already. You're using one downstairs.
I know, I'm using it well.
Yep, thank you very much. Do appreciate that, Paul. Okay, sorry, Louise. I stopped you mid-flow. I do apologise.
That's okay.
Let's have another question, please.
Tammy is asking, what do I need to be able to stamp a purity mark on round wire? I know it's a trough-like thing, but don't know what it's called.
Okay, you want... Did I have it up here? It's a trough. It is... oh, I do. Oh, I've got everything to hand today. Let's get the camera down here. There we go. You want one of these. It is like called a stamping block. This is actually brilliant because it's got these little grooves, flat, wide. It's got like D-section, sort of knife edge there, and all the different sections along there. And the idea is, let's put my glasses on. Am I on top of my head? No, they're not. I don't know what I'm doing today. So the idea would be, you've got your little stamping block. I've got a ring here. You'd find one that actually fits in nicely like that. Flat section. Can we try and get a bit closer on that, Andrew? I'm not quite sure. If I move this, is this going to move? Is this going to... let's move that a bit closer. There we go. That's better, isn't it? There we go. So the idea is, you've got your little brass stamping block. You've got the ring in here. That would go into place like that. And then you need a swan neck punch. I don't have one up here, but what you do is need a swan neck punch. That is that shape like that, and there's the punch, because now the ring fits in here, okay? Does that make sense? Yeah, so this is your block here. The swan neck comes round and you can punch the mark. So this, I'm sure it's like a little stamping block. You can buy these from most places. They're all different bits, different thicknesses.
Tell you saying, where can you get one?
Pop along to Cousins UK, put in this code D20075, and the stamping block appears on the screen by the magic of internet.
That's magic.
Oh, Debbie. Oh, you'll like this. Not a lot, but you'll like it. That's magic. Wrong camera. Louise, before we go mad, read us another question, please.
Alex is saying, I'm 52 and want to start jewellery making. Cool. Well, you're in the right place.
Oh, that's the wrong code. I'm trying to write the code on here.
What are you doing?
So how old are you, 52?
You're still channeling your inner Paul Daniels, aren't you? Stop it, Andrew.
Oh, Debbie, read us another question.
Right. Here we go. Oh, my brother's on. Hi, Mops. Thank you.
John. What?
I could just shout.
That's downstairs.
Yeah. Okay. Driggins, I have been trying to make the transition of using the torch. I do work with silver from time to time. I'm still a beginner.
Yeah?
Yeah?
Sorry, yeah, I thought that there was more.
Perhaps there is. Have I missed anything?
Using the torch?
Trying to make the transition of using the torch. Yeah.
Yeah, just keep
Silver.
practicing. Don't be too afraid of it. That's the code you need if you want to buy the stamping block from Cousins. I would start off to gain some experience when it comes to the torch and the heating up and the heat from the torch and the flames. Get something like a nice little simple. This takes ages to light. Oh, I'll have to get a new one. Let's try this one. We're selling these £49 on the store. There we go, nice and easy. Get yourself one of these little butane torches, really nice and easy, It's got a base, refillable handle, and from this you can practice. You can get your little, like a charcoal block, and you can just practice using the flame, finding where the flame is the hottest, And you can just gain some experience by using one of these simple handheld torches. They are brilliant. We use them in this studio for the majority of the films on At the Bench. We just use these torches, and it's amazing. You don't necessarily need these high-end Smith's little torches and things like that, although they are good and they do have their place. If you're just starting off, these little creme brulee torches like this one here, get one that actually starts up. I'm going to have to replace this one, I think. There we go. And they just take refillable, refillable tanks of in the handles there, and just you simply need your butane aerosol refills that you use up to light up your cigarette lighters with, fill up your cigarette lighters, and they are brilliant. But that's what I would do if you want to sort of come across from say some beading or wire wrapping. These torches, fabulous to start off with, absolutely. Okay, I've yabbered on enough about torches.
Sorry, Jimmy is asking where to get an Eve polishing kit, but I think Paul answered and said check your dealer. Is there any way?
There's local dealers. Eve polishing. If you're in the UK, Betts Metal Sales, I'm sure. Walsh, Walsh may sell them. Cookson's may sell them. But cool. Yeah, absolutely. But they are brilliant. We love them. All different grits. Absolutely.
Yep. Good stuff.
Good.
Yep. Jimmy's asking, would it be good enough to melt half and half fine silver and sterling to get good enough quality?
Absolutely, yeah. But don't forget, if you're adding fine silver, it costs more money because it's nearly pure, and you're putting it with sterling silver, which obviously costs a little bit less. So I wouldn't add too much to the mix, so to speak, because you're then going to end up with something like 950 silver, 970, something like that. But you can only charge for, in theory, 925, which is sterling silver. So I wouldn't add too much. If you've got, say, 20 grams of sterling and you want to add some extra metal to it because it's got some solder in it, perhaps add about 5, 6, 8, 10 grams. I would never add more than about a third to your sterling silver, just purely for cost, to be honest. Absolutely. Just push that cupboard door to one side, please. Thank you. That's very kind.
Can we talk about some chains now?
Chains, of course we can.
Can I show you some pictures?
Of chains, of course, yes.
Yeah, some amazing chains. Because I think Mark is on. Yes, Mark, brilliant. Because we were doing a bit of a show and tell, weren't we? And featuring somebody different every week. And Mark sent me some photos of some of his work, which is amazing. So I'm going to show you the pictures. But it does all tie in with career change, so it's brilliant. And last week somebody asked about chains, didn't they? And we often get asked about Cuban chains, etc.
Oh, yes.
So I've got some pictures to show you. If I can, why won't that minimise?
So whilst Louise is just playing around with the screen, definitely these torches are really good. As I said, these are Durston. This is a Durston one, Durston 1728. We're selling them on our store for £49 plus postage. These you can use for 5 minutes continuous use. They are very, very good torches, absolutely. So something like that, as I said, go to our store, atthebench.store or atthebench.shop. You can pick them up on there. Reasonable shipping in the UK and abroad. They come empty, so you're going to have to get one of the little disposable lighter fuel butane canisters to light them. Absolutely fantastic at all, no problem at all. Claire, bijou or bijou. How many bijous is there on Claire's?
Bijou Claire.
Bijou Claire.
Yeah.
Yes, use a matting mop on your wheels. You get a lovely matte finish, but like everything, the constant rubbing, banging, wearing, burnishing will bring the shine back to the ring. So you'd have to advise your client to come back in from time to time just for you to add that matte finish on it. Or, as someone said to me, because I popped into their shop when I was in Falmouth, and I said, how do you get that texture? I was just, nosy. How do you get that texture on your piece? I use a scourer, and I advise my clients to get a washing up scourer to scour the surface if it becomes slightly shiny.
Cool.
Okay, sorry, Louise.
Okay.
Let's have another question. No, we got a question. We got Mark's.
I've got Mark's chains, which he very kindly sent me some photographs of. Now, these are fab. Yep.
On that one there?
Yep.
There we go.
So I'm not sure if I can flick through these now, actually. So I might need to... Sorry, this isn't ideal now, is it? I don't know how to... Yeah, so, Andrew, you can explain these chains, can't you? This is a Byzantine?
See that one, to
No,
be honest. I haven't got that good monitor in front of me to see, so I cannot see that.
You'll have to come over here then, won't you?
Now let me look at them. Look at my little monitor
this
here.
one...
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
That's. I'm not quite sure what's that called, but it's like partly like a Byzantine, but like I don't know what it's called,
This one
to be
is,
honestly.
I think this is the Cuban, yes.
Nice,
look at that.
gorgeous
How
Cuban necklace
gorgeous
and a
is that?
handmade clasp as well.
Yep,
Very nice
lovely,
indeed.
absolutely stunning. So I've been chatting to Mark this week about his work, and I mean, looking at these chains, I thought he'd been making them his whole life.
Yeah.
But it turns out his story is really interesting because, if I can just find the... Mark has been working with metals for 3 years. So we've known Mark about a year, haven't we? He's been
so
supporting
yeah,
us.
yeah,
Just
yeah.
about, no, 18 months now, isn't it, since we started the Q&As.
Yeah.
So Mark has been a big supporter of At the Bench and Alive, and he pops on and gives advice and helps out, and I've still got your your bits and pieces here. So yeah, Mark has been working with metals for 3 years. 4 years ago, Mark became unwell. He said, unfortunately, it was the end to a great career in skilled trades. I had to hand over my driving permit due to illness and found myself stuck at home in the countryside. So Mark had tools and torches and just decided to have a go. After 3 short years, this is how the bills get paid, and I'm enjoying all of it, one project at a time. How amazing.
Brilliant, isn't it?
You know, to adapt like that, and like say I looked at your work and I thought you'd been doing it your whole life, Mark.
Yeah.
So Mark started the Bully and Bully Co. Because that was your handle, wasn't it? On
Yeah, Bully and Bully.
it was Bully and Bully, and
Yeah.
that's how we all knew you initially, as Bully and Bully. And I know that you helped quite a lot of people in the chat, didn't you? Yeah. So Marcus must have sold 100 miles of silver wire and sheet until I figured out how to put it all together. Now I mostly make fine silver and 22 carat chains. So yeah, basically Mark suffered an inner ear nerve disease similar to Meniere's, and has to spend a lot of time sitting down because it gets very, very dizzy, but despite that works incredibly hard, and
Amazing.
it makes absolutely amazing chains. So we've got, so that's the Cuban chain, which is lush, but my favourites are these.
Oh, sorry.
Wiki Andrew Berry.
Yes. So Byzantine on the top, Byzantine on the bottom. I'll teach you how to make Byzantine. Really therapeutic to make Byzantine chains. Absolutely.
They're gorgeous,
yes.
aren't they?
Yes.
Absolutely stunning.
But they are amazing. Yeah.
I do like. I mean, I like them all, but
I like
these
the
are
fact that you can sort of put some oxidized finish on it and then wipe all the oxidization off the surfaces, and it looks really, really good. I actually love them. So they are really, really good. Mark, your work is absolutely excellent. So congratulations for that. And it is a lovely, lovely story. Thank you so much. You know, it's been so touching to read everybody's story when it comes to them changing career. Everyone thinks you've got to be young to start this and have put in all the years from when you're young, but you don't.
Look at what Mark's achieved in 3 years, and is only going to go from strength to strength and become even more awesome. So that is absolutely fabulous. And actually, your photography
is awesome as well.
Is cracking as well. Let's be fair. It's really lovely.
It's the same. Kenneth comes on from Scotland, and Kenneth again is not. I got to be very careful how I say it. I'm not the best.
And you're tired.
I'm tired. Stressed.
Yeah.
But Kenneth is my side of 50. Is that a better way to, good way to put it?
You find it. Yeah.
So yeah, Kenneth's on as well from Scotland. We speak quite often on the phone, and yeah, you don't have to be young to do this, and you just pick. This is the thing with jewelry making. I think you can just pick things up. You can do what you want. You can specialize in an area. You want to work with wire, make chains. Great, there's a market for that. You want to make rings. There's a market for that. You want to do pendants. There's a market for each style of work, or you want to just do some wire wrapping or some wire letters or things like that. There is a market for it, and it's just tapping into that market. And you do then obviously have to try and get your photography with your mobile phones and take some nice pictures, and there's loads of help out there on the internet. I do a lot of the pictures, don't be on the desk here. I got a bit of slate. I think I put something on.
You put something on at the bench, didn't you? And it was a makeshift.
It was a bit of slate.
Yeah,
it was a soldering
brilliant.
block on either side. My apron went on top of that. I mean, basically, my apron went on top, and then we got that acted like a bit of a baffle. And then we had a light that went on the top, and the apron was there, so the light didn't spill too far back, and you got the darkness. We just took the photographs from the front, so you don't need hundreds and hundreds of pounds of equipment. Simple, basic stuff. What you got on your bench here, you can use it as Mark did. Nice soldering block and the chains draped over the soldering block. You're showing sort of in the environment in which the chains are made as well. Absolutely brilliant.
Can I just ask you about this one? What type of a chain is this which you have on my screen here now?
That's very much, again, that's I'm not quite sure. I'm not into the handmade chain names myself, but I'm sure people within the chat can give us some sort of idea on what that would be. Off the top of my head, I don't know.
I think we've shown that one.
I think, yeah.
Yeah, the handmade
AR opals is 60. I've been cutting opals for a very few years and started to smith to set my stones. Going to retire and do the rest. Right? Oh, that'd be nice.
Oh, nice.
Absolutely. Do we have another one then, Louise? Was there another one there?
Another question or another photo?
Yeah, the clasps are really good as well. That's a gorgeous picture as well.
Isn't it?
Yeah. You know, simple, effective photographs, simply taken at the bench over his mallet, on his block, on the bench, draped across the peg, the whole thing.
It's easy to get carried away with props, and I'm guilty of it, aren't I? I'm just like, let's put flowers and let's put, which are lovely, but then I overdo it, don't I? And you go, take all this away.
Oh, we don't. Yeah. Do we have a link for Mark's website, Sandra's saying?
Ooh, I'm not sure. I think I did ask if you had social media.
Mark, do you have any social media? We do apologise for this.
No, I'm sure I asked, and Mark said, no, he's just happy to...
Okay, that's fine. But, you know, if you've got anything to do with Instagram or Facebook, please just pop it in the chat, Mark. It'd be lovely to share your photographs. It would be absolutely brilliant. So again, pop it into the chat. Initially, the chat won't allow you, but Louise will allow the
It might not appear,
through.
but no, Mark said no, just share the pics.
Okay.
But if you have a website, Mark, email it to me or DM me now where you sent me the photos, and I can share that with the group then, anything you want me to share.
Please do, because they're absolutely brilliant.
Because
they're
first
class.
fab.
First
Lovely.
class.
Okay, I love it.
Go on then, Louise. Let's have one more question. I know we've been late coming on today.
Yeah, well, we've got to make up the time, haven't we, really, so we won't go too early today. I've got to pick something up, actually.
Oh, you
That's
do,
the other exciting news, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's more news, yeah.
Yeah, but we'll tell you that at the end. Okay, yeah, so Mark, if you've got a website, please drop me a DM and I'll share if you're happy for me to share it. Okay, how far did we get?
Can't remember now.
Claire's loving the Goldsmith's book on polishing.
It is good.
It is good.
I've only dipped in and out of that, but it is a very good book. This is the thing. The tools that we sell at our store, at thebench.store, are basically all the tools that we use here. They're not these particular third-hand tools and things like that, but everything that we sell, we have used here. They are tried and tested, like the torches. We sell the borax cones, borax dishes. We sell the third hands, the blocks. Try and get some nice pliers, some pliers, but I haven't got them just yet. But everything that we sell, the books that we sell are books that I have actually bought in the past and I have read, and they are books that I would definitely suggest you get. They are full of information. We're selling out of them basically on a weekly basis, and we're ordering every single week from the publishers. So thank you very much to everybody who actually placed an order over the weekend, and we had loads and loads of orders. Jason's just been over to the post office to post them. So thank you very much. If you have placed an order over the weekend, it is in tonight's post. Even posting out as far as Australia. Now, how far is that? That's far. But thank you very much, everybody who has come on and ordered. Really, really do appreciate it. So, atthebench.store. We got more products coming. There's more products going on tomorrow. We got some fantastic practice settings, practice rings that we're actually having manufactured ourselves. Those are going to be going up on before Christmas. As I said, there's products being added all the time. That's enough me advertising. Louise, just have another question before.
I'm just popping Mark's
sorry.
email. I've just had permission to pop Mark's email into the chat. He said he's more than happy to answer questions, or if you want some help or advice making chains, Mark has very kindly
thank you, Mark.
offered to help. Yeah, so that's fab. So if you like Mark's chains and need some advice, get in touch and he'll help you out. That's so kind. That's what I love about this group.
Thank you very much, Mark.
Yeah.
Thank you very much indeed. And everybody who orders from the store gets some stickers. And everyone loves a sticker. Sorry, Louise, let's go on.
DIY guy is saying, Jim Miller once advised me to run a steel edge in the mop at the start of each session and then dampen it with a little drop of paraffin before loading with polish.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
That's pretty much old school. Nowadays, with the polishes that you get, they are formulated. They don't necessarily need to put paraffin or anything upon the mop. But those, I'll put it back over there. But the mop brakes are very good. If your mop is hard and when you tap it, it stays rigid, it's too hard. It needs to be softened, and that's what those mop brakes do. Just breaks down the fibres so they're nice and soft. They can do a proper, efficient job when it comes to polishing. That's another question now.
Caroline has just bought a second-hand AF Swiss polishing motor with extraction which needs a new filter. It looks like it's come off a roll and you just tuck it in at the sides. Where could I get some from?
Sometimes it's like like a wadding that you would get from the haberdashers. Haberdashers? That's what you would? Haberdashers? Haberdashery shop.
Right.
Because we've got the Durston. Let me just see if I can get this one out here now. Yeah, we've got. Oh gosh. Methinks I need to change this. So it is like just simply like wadding that you would perhaps put between two pieces of material to give it that bit of padding, something like that. I really got to try and sort this place out. It looks like Aladdin's cave, isn't it? A dusty Aladdin's cave. But something like that would be good if you if you can't. All right, calm down. If you can't find anything specific, something like that would be sufficient. If you can't find the actual filter, something like that would be no problem at all. All it needs to do is just to filter out the particles. So another question, please.
Got a tickly nose, haven't you? Scrap Over Engineering, hi Martin, is saying, last week at my local jewellery course, the teacher showed how you can use an adjustable saw frame. To wedge open the door? No, listen,
the best
Andrew.
thing. Sorry.
Shh, I'm talking. Let me finish. Last week at my local jewellery course, the teacher showed how you can use an adjustable saw frame.
As a coat hanger, to hang your coat on. Excellent idea. Couldn't think of a better use for an adjustable saw frame. Sorry, carry on.
Last week, at my local jewellery course, the teacher showed how you can use an adjustable saw frame to hold a flat needle file upside down to easily file slots. Nifty trick with our favourite tool.
But did it have to be an adjustable? Fixed frame.
So you're not using it to saw at all then?
Oh look, you can use a fixed frame too. Yeah, you could put your Yeah, it's a good trick, actually. I like the idea. Yeah, you can use, there we go, you can put it that way, there we go. I just very, very quickly put my needle file in my fixed frame. Ho, bingo. Ho, 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 Debbie, look what I've made. And that's magic. A fixed frame will do. Don't go out rushing to buy an adjustable saw frame for that trick. You can use your fixed frame. But yeah, it's a really good idea. Not one that I actually thought of. Depends on your files. It does, but they're all pretty much the same sort of length, and they will actually fit in your fixed frame. Anyway, Louise, let's not concentrate too much on.
Let's not dwell too much on
That's
the
the word,
adjustable saw frames. Tammy
Let's go.
is saying, since Stan didn't claim his prize, who's the next person in line to get the prizes?
Exactamundo.
Do you think we should give Stan another week?
No. We've given Stan 4 weeks. We've given Stan several emails. We've given Stan enough chance to come onto At the Bench. His name is plastered all over it saying Stan has not got in contact with us. Emailed, nobody has. So we're going to roll it over.
Let's give Stan another week.
No.
I feel sorry for Stan.
No, I'm sorry. If your name is Stan, you've missed out on your prize. You've had 4 weeks, and within the rules, the terms and conditions. Turn your microphone off.
You cheeky bugger.
You're right, it's back on. No, under the terms and conditions of At the Bench giveaways, you have 4 weeks to claim your prize. If after 4 weeks you do not claim your prize, it gets rolled over to the next. So,
let's draw this month's and give Stan 1 more week.
No.
Guys, what do you think? Give Stan another week?
If you do that,
and then redraw it, so basically we'll have a prize now in the next couple of days, and then a week later, if Stan, last chance Stan, please come forward.
Tough luck, Stan. You snooze, you lose. Stan might be poorly
thank you,
for
Janet.
4 weeks.
Give him another week.
I bet Stan's been on Facebook.
Should not. Come on, Stan. I feel bad. I think he's going to realise too late.
If he's had 4 weeks. The man has had 4 weeks to claim. Last chance. 1 week, Stan. This is it. Anybody else who does not claim their prize, you've got 4 weeks. We do not, with Andrew, everyone, exactly.
What if we send him an At the Bench t-shirt, Natalia's saying. Okay. Stan, come on.
Right. We will be drawing the October prize.
I'm going to re-email Stan.
All right, you will give him 1 week from today.
Okay.
Janet, you're not Stan. Stan is on vacation. So Stan has not logged into the internet at all whilst he's on vacation. Or if Stan has been poorly, he has not logged into the internet and to Facebook.
Just wondering if there's some way of... Can we tag him in the forum? But then if he's not looking at a...
We can email him. It's got to be equal. It's got to be equal for everybody, hasn't it?
Yeah, no, I know.
So you've had 4 weeks, Stan. We will give you 1 more week, but this is it. This is the last chance. We're not going to do this again. You have 1 week to get in contact. If not, you forgo your prize. Okay, simple as that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm going to email Stan again tomorrow. Perhaps, because a lot of people, their name on At the Bench isn't their actual name. That happens quite a lot. I've noticed when I'm answering tickets, the name that the person goes by is not the name.
But we do have the first names.
Okay.
And his name was Stan. And we had his email address as well.
Well, we can see when Stan last logged in.
Okay.
So we can see when they were last active.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I don't want to do it, but Louisa says we will give Stan 1 week. 1 week from today. If this time next week Stan has not approached us, we will be giving away Stan's prize. Simple as that. And I wouldn't give him 7 days.
Oh, will you calm down? Have you heard yourself?
Yes. Thank you.
Okay. Maybe he just likes the attention. I just think it'd be awful if, like, a day after that's
what rules are for.
I know,
that's what terms and conditions are for. It's the rules. It's the rules. The rules are there to be made, not to be broken. You don't break the rules. It's not fair on everybody else.
I just feel sorry. Anyway, let's not dwell on this.
Next question then, please.
It might be an
Louise.
extra prize. We don't know. Do you want another question?
One last question then, yes, please. Yes.
Okay. I thought that the adjustable saw frame one would see you off, but no. Let's have another one. Natalia's mentioned the Cookson Christmas book. One of the projects was a simple stacker ring, and they soldered the ring in a D shape.
Yeah.
Okay.
We don't even talk about D shape when they come to solder. Thank you. Not at all. Why do they do it?
Oh, a couple of people have asked about tougher.
Tufa
Tougher.
casting. I've never tried it actually.
Janet is saying, realise we have loads over here as it's compressed volcanic ash slash lime.
Wow. Okay.
Anyone had experience using tufa?
No, I haven't. No. I think I've seen it in some of the books I got. But I haven't actually had a go myself, no.
Okay. Cool. Natalia's saying, how do you know when the trade shows are? I would love to go to some, but other than when you guys mention you're going, I don't know when they are.
You just got to keep an eye out, an ear out. You've got the usual shows, spring and autumn. You usually have the shows spring up in the NEC, autumn at, used to be Earl's Court, then used to be Crystal Palace. No, it was Crystal Palace. Sorry, it was gone.
I was just thinking, can we have some sort of feature on at the bench where there's a calendar that people can add?
There's not much. There's not much going on. This is the thing.
No, I know, but just for the things that do go on. But then I suppose
there are going to be bead shows around the country at various stages. You just got to keep an eye out on the forums.
Yeah.
And just pop onto Google one day and just put, like, if you're interested in buying beads or gemstones, put Gemstone Shows UK 2022 and see what comes up. You do have in the trade press, they do say, like, so when Vicenza's on, that's usually in January and September. I know. I think Eve were there, and lots of other people were there over in Vicenza in September. Unfortunately, we didn't go. You have JCK in Vegas, middle of the year. You have MJSA in March in New York. So they are all over the world. There's the one that Louise wants to go to in Rome, the Rome Jewellery Show in Rome.
It's Jewellery Week, Roma Jewellery Week.
Roma Jewellery Week, and you want to go
October.
there?
Well, we want to go to Rome anyway, don't we? So
yeah.
I don't know. I think it's mainly retail jewellery rather than jewellery making.
Yes.
But yeah, that's all rather glamorous, doesn't it, darling? So I do fancy going.
Just keep an eye out. That's all you really have to do. Absolutely.
I don't even know how I found out about that one.
I wonder. No, I don't know either.
No, I think I just saw it on social media.
Yeah, this is the thing. Keep an eye out on social media, and just do a search every now and again on Google, and it'll come up.
I did like the page, but it was all in Italian. I couldn't understand a word of it. So.
You understood enough to say, well, there's a jewellery show, Andrew, in Rome.
Well, I understood that much, didn't I? Yeah. So yeah, okay. Dan is saying there's a Goldsmiths one in September.
Yes, there is, in the Goldsmiths
Hall.
Hall.
Welsh. Where to is that?
Where to is that?
Where to is that over there?
Goldsmiths Hall usually, but they're usually all over the place. So yeah, just check up on social medias.
Yeah, let's all go to Rome next year.
That would be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Okay.
That would be nice. I would like that.
Diane liked your pumpkin.
Thank you. Do you know what? Did you notice what happened? Well, you both did. These guys didn't, but you did. I was so. Do we have to carve a pumpkin?
You didn't want to. You were all right.
Do we have to?
Yesterday, didn't
and then we got the pumpkins, and they were massive pumpkins. And Jasmine said, "I'll have the biggest. I'll have the biggest one's. Biggest one's mine." She broke the knife, broke the carving knife, because it was so thick. And I'm there just whittling away, whittling a nice little simple design like that. I loved it in the end. I absolutely loved it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Jazz broke. She literally, like, sheared the knife off, didn't she? In the pumpkin.
Inside the pumpkin, yeah. Oh, there we go. We'll take Claire with us because she speaks a little bit of Italian.
Oh, fabulous!
Non ho dormito abbastanza. I didn't sleep much last night.
Is that all you know?
No. Mille grazie.
Why do you know that?
What? Well, mille grazie, thousand thank yous.
Before that.
Oh, because the guy opposite used to have Bracky's calf. He was Italian.
Yeah.
And it's when the kids were little, and I said, oh, God, I didn't sleep much last night. Oh, I know Italian for that. Non ho dormito abbastanza. Didn't get much sleep last night. I don't know, that's just stuck with me.
He'd have been better off telling you what bacon sandwich and a coffee is in Italian, really, wouldn't he? Owning the cafe. Here we are. Okay.
All right. Should we call it a day? In Argentina, I would love to go to Munich, absolutely. And there's one in Japan as well. Matthew Durston keeps promising that he's going to have extra trips. We'll have to see what happens next week. Sorry, Thomas, please answer my question, Andrew.
Thomas,
what was your question, Thomas?
Your question, Thomas. Thomas, you didn't ask a question, lovely.
Can't see a...
No.
Give you 2 minutes, Thomas. 2 minutes. Louise is just flicking through all the Thomases.
I've just searched all the Thomases.
No, there's no question. Thomas Hansen, there is no question. Quickly get it in now in 2 seconds. I'll answer it. If not, we'll say goodbye. You speak Japanese too. Arthur Harusaki. Yes.
Yes, I've got to pick up a parcel. I've just remembered.
You do.
This brings me on to what we were talking about.
Yes.
We are finalists in the Welsh Business Awards, which is next Sunday in Cardiff, and we're in the final for Best Arts and Crafts Business.
Yes.
And the Brilliance Award. So
Which should be really good. So we got 2 chances of winning an award. We have all gone down, well, all the boys, me, Jason and Lee and Matt have all gone down to the men's outfitters. We're all hiring our tuxedos and the girls have all been getting their dresses. There's going to be 10 of us, isn't there? 10 of us all together? 10 of us, we booked a table and we're all going down. We're going to have a fantastic evening next Sunday. So we may be slightly hungover next Wednesday. What am I saying? Wednesday? It's going to be that good and nice. Next Monday, the 8th of November, which will be a really, really interesting day. And we will be able to tell you then whether Stan has claimed his award and whether I'm sitting here with 1 award or 2 awards or no awards. So we'll have to...
Well, it's nice to be in the final anyways.
Yes, we are in, as I say, we're in for the Best Arts and Crafts Business and also the Brilliance Award. So it'll be really fantastic. We may win, we may not, just have to see how we go. But we are finalists in these awards. It's a lovely, gorgeous black tie event in the Coal Exchange in Cardiff. And we're really looking forward to it. Thank you very much, Dan. Yes, absolutely.
Thomas,
is
you
above
haven't
my
put a
plea.
question.
Sorry, Thomas.
I've searched your first name and your surname, and all that's coming up is my question is above my plea to answer my question. Please answer my question and look above.
No, sorry, Thomas.
And then it just goes back to it. So yeah, there's nothing. I can't see a question. I'm sorry, and I have looked and looked and looked.
Yep. Can you repost it very quickly?
Yeah, there's no question.
There's no question
Thomas.
in the
Nobody can
chat,
see your
Thomas.
question.
So I do
Sorry,
apologise
lovely.
for that. I'm not quite sure what happened, but it's not in the chat. If it's not in the chat, I don't know what you're asking. Okay,
Sandra's saying, can we vote for you somehow?
Sandra, all the voting's been taking place. It was done last year, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's. I think you nominate, don't you? And then the nominations get collated, and then the finalists get announced. So,
yes.
But I'm having a nightmare because I've got nothing to wear.
You got like 3 dresses so far.
I hate them all.
You
They're all
can't
horrible.
choose.
They're all disgusting. So yeah.
Yeah, so we're just trying to get Louise's dress, and that's where we're going to go now. In a minute when we finish, we're going to go and pick up yet another dress, and you're going to have a bit of a fashion show tonight to see if that all comes along. Argentium gets brittle when it's hot, so be extra careful. Yeah, the problem with Argentium is that when you heat it up, it will dip slightly, so you have to suspend it and not support it, I mean, because it will bow. And yes, it does become brittle. We're not an expert on Argentium. I put my hands up. We don't do anything with Argentium. Yes, been to TK Maxx, went there the other night when we picked up Jasmine, nothing in there. We've been to everywhere. Naked Dress, is that one you went to?
Yeah, that was
all about.
silly. That made me feel like a really weird shape because it was really tight here, so tight that I could barely walk, and then all
gaping on the top.
Oh, don't get me started. Seriously.
All right, everyone, we're going to be going now. So don't forget, please give this film this video, thumbs up if you liked it. Thank you very much for coming on. Sorry we were a little bit late. Feeling a lot better now, guys, so thank you very much for all the chat that's been going on. Really do appreciate everyone coming on today. Thank you for your lovely comments. Can't wait to see the pictures. We can't wait to see how the night will pan out. John Lewis, yeah, Louise has been to John Lewis whilst I went into the Apple shop.
I've been on their website every night.
Yeah, she every morning I wake up and she's there like this with the phone, like this. What are you doing, Lou? Oh, I'm trying to find something, Last thing at night, what are you doing, Lou? Oh, I can't find anything. Oh, no, don't want that one.
It's backless, it's frontless, too short, out of date, too long.
Too long, too short, wrong colour, wrong shape, too many feathers, it's baggy, I look like a sack of, I don't know what I'm trying to say. So everyone, fingers crossed, this time next week we will be able to go 1 award, no awards, or 2 awards. That'd be brilliant if we do. We'll let you know what's happening with the house as well, because that's still up in the air. We'll let you know if Stan has claimed his prize. I wouldn't give Stan any more time. I would be happy to offer 2 prizes tonight, but as Louise says, she's the softie. She will give Stan another week, but tomorrow we'll be drawing the prize for the October drawing for the for the giveaways and at the bench. This coming month, November, the guys at GRS. Now, I will say this now. Next month, which is this month, November, GRS have very kindly donated a Benchmate system, whatever Benchmate system that they have, whereas the Encore or the QC, the setters package or the basic package, and also the micro ball as well. Right, so you'll have a choice of all these different items. You are in with the chance of getting one of these, being awarded completely free of charge. All you've got to be is a paid member of At The Bench. If you're a paid member of At The Bench, your name goes into the draw at the end of every month and you can win one of these fabulous prizes. So we don't ask you to enter competitions, to post every single day, to tag, to like, to share, to whatever. All you've got to do is be a paid member of At The Bench and you can be in with a chance of winning these prizes. Anything worth between £300 and the Encore system's like £500. An amazing prizes. And hopefully, not saying hopefully, but next week we may be having 2 prizes, one from October that Stan hasn't claimed.
Come on, Stan!
Gillian, when are we having another 12-hour? When I can get another 12 hours into my life because we've got so much going on, Gillian. We've got the workshops we're still working on. This month we're going to be producing our workshops. 2 to 3 hour workshops that we're going to be doing this coming month. So again, if you're a paid member of At The Bench, these workshops are going to be included in your membership, completely free of charge. You won't have to pay anything more. It's included in your membership. If you're not a paid member of At The Bench, you can pay £15 to watch the masterclasses, the workshops, and have access to it afterwards as well. So there's lots going on. This is the reason why we haven't done another 12-hour, Gillian, is because we don't have the time at the moment, and also all the guys, all the businesses who have donated in the past to the 12-hour are donating each month, and what we're asking them is more above and beyond what I ever thought that they would look at donating towards. But we can't really go and ask for more donations on top of what they're giving already. So hence the reason why we haven't done another 12-hour. So I do apologise for that.
I think as well, we're just always looking for ways to add value to At The Bench memberships.
Absolutely. And
keep all you lovely members happy.
And just making sure that it's the best membership and you get so much for your membership. It's a no-brainer.
Yvonne is asking, do paid memberships auto-renew? Just noticed that mine expires. Yvonne, email me or raise a ticket, or if you want to email me, louise@andrewberry.co.uk. I'll check that out for you, because some do, some don't. It depends on what you've set up.
It does.
But drop me a line.
Absolutely. And if normally 7 days before your membership is due to expire, you'll automatically get an email saying your membership is to expire. So 11th of November, so around about the 4th of November, you should get an email asking you if you want to renew, if it's not an auto-renewing. If you have a membership and it is yearly, that means it's auto-renewing. If you have it a year, it's only 1 year. So a new yearly will be auto-renewing. A new 1 year is a 1 year and doesn't auto renew, but in the email that you get sent 7 days and then 3 days before the end of your membership will expire, you will get a renewal code that you enter into the subscription to get the discount.
Or if you don't want to wait for the email, just get in touch with me and I'll check.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, so you can contact Louise, oh wrong one, Andrew, contact Louise at andrewberry.co.uk or go on to At The Bench and raise a ticket, mark it to the accounts, and we will double check for you for that. Notification on the website about a 12-hour session, was that last year's? Yes, Tammy, that must have been last year's, because at the moment we've got no plans on doing a 12-hour at the moment. And the shop's getting busier, we're getting busier, and we're just trying to give our At The Bench members the best value for money you could possibly get. And unfortunately, we cannot afford time-wise to do a 12-hour, unfortunately.
Not if we want to keep our sanity.
No, we want to keep our sanity. Yeah. Absolutely. All right.
Look, we have left.
Yeah, right, yeah. Literally. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for coming on today. Really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. Done that. Love the JRS stuff. Absolutely. We've got loads of JRS. Absolutely love it. Thought about buying a Benchmade system. Diane, if you're a paid member of At The Bench, you will have a chance this time next month of winning a nice GRS Benchmade. Tammy Girl, thanks. I didn't want to get up at 5 a.m. Yeah, it's like that, isn't it, with the 12 hours? That was a nice start into the new month. Oh, thank you. Aww. That's very kind. You are very kind. And I'm a lot happier now than where I was, but I'm still going to go home and down some wine.
Down some wine?
I'm down.
Yeah.
Down some wine.
Come on, it's fine.
Let's go.
I feel better now.
Okay, you feel better now. Good.
Yeah, that's what I love about Monday afternoon.
It is good Monday afternoon. Start the afternoon, bit quiet, but yeah, soon picked up. So everyone, thank you very much for coming on. Really do appreciate it. We will see you all 4 p.m. And I'm glad you all came on. You got your timing right, because the hour went back yesterday here in the UK. So if you're not in the UK, you've got it right. So thank you very much for that. What else? We'll see you next week, 4 p.m.
Yep.
8th of November, to let you know whether we've got 1, 2 or no awards. Stan, you know what I mean, everything else. And don't forget, if you haven't emailed Louise to talk about sort of changing direction of careers, and you're not 18, do you know what I mean? If you're not young, just let us know. It's lovely reading your stories. Absolutely inspiring. If Stan doesn't claim his prize, give him an adjustable sword. No, I wouldn't even give him the satisfaction of that.
Don't be like that. That's so mean.
That is mean.
Don't be like that.
No.
I'm sure Stan is going to kick himself if he misses out on his prize.
That's yeah. Thank you very much, Yvonne. You're very, very kind. Okay, everyone, Louise, say goodbye.
Goodbye. Come on, Stan.
So we'll see you next Monday, 8th of November, 4 p.m. Don't know why I keep doing this all the time on the bench, because I'm tired. I'm going now. Take care, everyone. We will see you all next week. Bye. Oh, keep an eye on social media, because there's going to be lots happening this week, as you know. And don't forget, keep an eye on social media. There's always lots happening, isn't there?
Yeah, you can say that again.
Lots of things happening. Don't forget, Sunday night is our awards. We will be posting on social to let you know what things are happening.
Drunk Jason,
again.
Falling over on the dance floor.
We're going to have a lovely time, and we'll see you all this time next Monday for our next Q&A. Everyone, take care. Thank you for coming on today. It's been a pleasure. Bye-bye.